Howdy guys, it's Joe here, and for the longest time I've had a lot of people asking me, how do I get better? How do I win more games? How do I win more ranked games in particular? And how do I climb? How do I do stuff like that? How do I just improve at the game? And I feel like really the answer's just been in front of everybody this whole time. The answer is really simple, and I just kind of want to point it out to you guys today. Point out to you exactly what you have to do in order to get better and in order to just win the game. And it is really simple. This is a thing that you can really think of out of nowhere, but I feel like sometimes just having someone tell you this and tell you to do this really can help you, as that's kind of what got me going in League of Legends. I was really having a big problem with this, and then I heard somebody say something like this, and I started to climb up a lot, and I've been able to use this knowledge ever since. It's very simple, but very effective, and that simple thing is to play a lot more games and take your losses a lot lighter than you are doing right now. That's really the main thing that I'd say in order to climb, in order to get better, and continue from there. Now, it's very simple. Simply play more games. That's not too hard to understand, but I feel like when I say that, you're gonna be like, that's really easy, I'll just do that. But when it actually comes down to the game, when it actually comes down to your matches, it's a lot harder than that. Let's say that you're on a 3 losing streak, and you're feeling really bad about your play, you're feeling really bad about yourself. You're probably going to not want to play any more games. You're probably going to want to stop playing for a while. You're probably going to take it very hardly on yourself, thinking, I'm really bad, I went down so much skill ranking, and get kind of angry at yourself. And you just won't want to play that much more. But of course, what does that really benefit you by not playing any more games? Nothing really. I guess you can have more time doing other stuff, but as far as Overwatch goes, stopping playing games doesn't really help you. And just feeling bad about your previous losses, that doesn't really help you either. If you instead take the losses a little bit lighter, and instead of, getting really sad about it, getting sulky, getting angry that you've gone down the skill ranking, if you instead just play more games, try your best, and try to win more games in the future, and, just play a lot more games, which will eventually win you some games, you're going to have a lot better time. You're going to be able to get a lot better, enjoy yourself a lot more, and I've really implemented this, of course, for myself in League of Legends and in Overwatch. Now, in Overwatch, I went from around 49, I think, up to 56 in Season 1, and I did have a bit of a problem with this. I would lose a few games, and I'd get really angry at myself. I'd stop playing, and I didn't climb all the way I wanted to. I wanted to get up to at least 60, maybe even 65, and I didn't. But then in the second half, well, I guess in Season 2, I guess I should say, I decided I want to play more games. I'm going to play them for myself. I'm going to try my best, and if I lose, I'm not going to take them so hard on myself. Season 1, I was taking them very hard on myself. I decided not going to do that. I'm just going to play more games, keep improving, and keep going on, and take the losses a lot more lightly. If you lose, it's not the worst thing in the world, and you do have to realize that also, statistically, you have about, like a 53% chance of winning if you're a above average player, so that means you're going to lose like 47% of your games. That doesn't mean that you're an awful player, and that doesn't mean that you should take those losses so badly. So really, just play more games, just keep enjoying yourself, and you'll be able to climb a lot. And of course, with myself in the Season 2, I got placed about 2,600, maybe somewhere around there, and then I've climbed all the way up to 3,100, mainly solo. When I play with friends, I actually lose way more games than I win, so mainly solo I've been able to climb up. And that's what I've really learned about the system. That's what I've really learned that's nice about the system, is that there's really no big, huge penalty to playing more games. It's not like when you have more games in your belt, you get less skill rank per win or less skill rank per loss. You don't. You get the same amount as if you've won 100 games and lost 100 games, or if you've won 0 games and lost 0 games. The only real difference is that after 100 games, you're a lot better at the game. You've had a lot more practice, a lot more work put into the game, and that's how you can improve, and that's how you can get a higher ranking. When you see a lot of these people, when they're just on their main accounts, they've had hundreds of hours put into the game. They've had, and if it's not even this game, sometimes, people have like 100 hours or like 50 hours in this game and they're already Grandmaster. They may not have all that time in this game, but they've had it in another game, maybe Team Fortress 2, maybe CSGO, anything like that. They put in a lot of time into a game, and they've gotten good at it. They put in a lot of effort into a game, and they've gotten good at it. And that's really all you have to do. And as well with that, they haven't taken every single loss so much to heart. I've had a few friends that do this. They lose a game, and they feel really bad about it, really bad about themselves, and don't want to keep playing. Please, for yourself, if you want to improve, if you want to get a higher skill ranking, to show that you are a good player, don't take every loss so badly, and do remember that you can win more games in the future. Just stop caring so much about every single game that you're playing, every single round that you're playing, and instead care more about, maybe how many games you've won in the entire month, maybe how many games you've won in the entire year, and maybe think about your win ratio, think about how you can get better, think about how you have been improving. Even if you've only gone up like 100 skill ranking in a month, that's still 100 skill ranking, you're still that much better. Just think about it a little bit longer term, and don't take it so hardly on yourself. I know this is a big problem for a lot of people, and mainly was just a big problem for myself, so I feel like that's a thing that I do just kind of want to tell you guys about. It's very simple, of course. This is a very simple concept. Just play more games. You'll improve. But sometimes I feel like people just do need to hear this. And of course, if you have any other tips in order to, how to improve, tell them in the comment section below. Of course, I like giving you guys exact tips. This is more of just, the main general mindset. You have to believe in yourself that you can win. And once you do that, and once you take the losses a little bit less, hardly, you can put in more games, you can practice more, put in more effort, and start climbing a lot faster. That's what I'd say really kind of adds up to becoming a better player and to getting a higher skill ranking. Now, I'm hoping myself that I can get up to Master this season. I'm going to be trying. I'm going to be putting in quite a bit of hours, going in with a grind squad, or pretty much myself, and trying to group up, trying to get up there. Now, of course, you won't always be able to meet your goal. You won't always be able to meet your goal, especially super soon. But eventually you'll be able to get there. Eventually it'll improve enough to get up to where you want to be. And just put in the games, put in the hours, and don't get too salty about what is going on right this very second, as you have a lot of time in the future. Anyways though, guys, tell me what you guys think in the comment section down below. Of course, this was a very basic video. Tell me if it helped you at all though, as I feel like this can just help, especially for people that are just getting into competitive games, as I feel like that's really what kind of, stops you from getting into the games in the first place, is kind of getting angry about yourself for not helping your team enough or something like that. Just play enough games and eventually you will be able to help your team more than the average player. But yeah, tell me what you guys are thinking down below. If you enjoyed, leave a like, press subscribe if you want any more videos like this, or if you want some news videos, as I do a lot of those as well. Anyways though, guys, thank you all for watching, and as always, have a wonderful day.